Texas is a land rich and plentiful, no doubt target rich, and has proven to be one of the country's most sought out destinations to hunt wild game. This hunting culture is much more than that of only what an antler score can produce. It's a culture driven by family, values, and the trophy itself is embedded within the experience.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is Texas Trophy Hunters, and we are Storytellers. Last episode, we shared the first part of our week at G2 with Rusty and Craig. For the remainder of the trip, we'll be in camp with our longtime friends Mike Winkler and Dave Peterson from Do All Outdoors and Jurassic Rock. These guys have been friends of ours for years, and it seems like every time we get together, there's a lot of laughs and even more memories made. If you've been to any hunter extravaganza in the past few years or listened to the Voice of Texas Hunting podcast, you no doubt know who we're talking about. Whether he's on stage or hosting events, on the floor talking with exhibitors, or delivering the Sunday morning cowboy church message, Cody has somewhat become the voice and the face of the hunter extravaganzas.
So, we got a surprise for you.
Me?
Yeah,
What's that?
you get to hunt.
No way.
Yep.
What am I hunting?
Okay, guess what?
Sweet. Okay. So we're down at the range. I'm going to sight this gun in, make sure we're ready to go for this evening's hunt.
We've been flying for about an hour and 45 minutes. Saw a deer coming in. Been no action since then. But now we got our first 2 deer, a small buck and a doe. And Clay just saw it. I keep looking up to the wetline, so I'm sure we'll see some more here pretty soon. I know it was.
It didn't take long for Cody's target buck to enter into the field, and Cody settled in for the shot.
Shot. Yes. Yes. Holy cow. I don't even know what to freaking say. I'm shaking like a son of a gun. Oh, that's the biggest buck I've ever killed. Congrats. Way to go, buddy.
This is the biggest buck I've ever killed in my whole life. And I gotta say, it feels awesome to have actually hit it. He gone. About a year ago, Heath and some of our other guys actually got to come down. I didn't get to come because I was doing some work, but he came back raving about G2 and Christina and TTHA and all of the team. And then, so we've been working for him and then working with him. And then in August, we were at every hunter's extravaganza, just building friendship, relationship, networking, doing stuff together. Anyway, we come down this year to film Storytellers, the second season, get quite a few episodes with some of TTHA's partners, and walk on the premises, and they tell me that I'm gonna get to hunt. And this is what happens when they tell you you're gonna get to hunt.
That's a good happening.
Yeah, I like it.
Dang, boy! Dang, son!
What do you think, bud?
It was pretty dang sweet, I ain't gonna lie.
With Cody's buck on the ground, I myself was able to get in the blind with my good friend LG at the G2 Ranch. LG and I spent a little time this season before hunting, and with only one morning left before Dave and Mike arrived, I was able to get my opportunity at the G2. We went in with with hopes to target a specific old woolly buck that was pushing around all the other deer. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes things just come together like they were meant to be.
Let's go out this window. Yeah.
This is my third trip. I hung the border two years ago, then here with you last year, and then this year. So it's been a little bit of a slow journey for this whole Arkansas hillbilly. I love Texas, man. LG said, man. I bet your squeeze off. He said, man. That's awesome, man. Super cool buck, man. These deer, for the time of year we're at, they're probably a couple weeks out from really rutting hard, but they're kind of starting to bump some does around. And this old native South Texas buck, he's just swole up, just like he'd been in the gym a little bit. But he was bumping deer around and bristling up, wanting to fight. And LG had told me this deer's been in the area just whooping everybody's butt. And so he was kind of our target deer today. There was actually two of them. There's two target deer in here that's been bristling up and getting into it with quite a few deer. So super successful hunt. Couldn't be prouder, man, to get my first South Texas deer. So pretty cool.
Even an old dog gets a bone sometimes, I guess, huh?
For sure.
Good stuff.
When Mike showed up in the afternoon, it was a rush to get to the blind for his first sit in South Texas.
Yeah, man, it's been a good number of years since I've hunted with a rifle. I predominantly bow hunt, go all over the country hunting with a bow. And you get down into this big open country of Texas, man, you gotta do it right. Hunt with a rifle. So I'm pumped. So you guys know each other? Oh yeah. We work together. Oh man, I tell you, all one big happy family. It really is, man. Special group. We're the specialist group you'll ever meet. That's got a point.
When you hunt South Texas, sometimes you get to witness some truly magnificent bucks doing their thing.
Yeah, I ain't never seen a deer enough that big in my life. It's insane, dude. First morning here in Texas. Bit of fog to start today. We've been covered up in wild rifle all morning. Got a really cool scent so far. Turkeys everywhere. Bunch of whitetail. Some really good luck. We're just gonna be a little bit more patient this morning, see how it pans out.
The first evening came and went without a shot, and we found ourselves in a different blind the following morning. Watching these whitetails and turkeys all morning as the fog lifted was a truly memorable experience. As the feeders began to clear, Mike spotted his buck moving across the field at 300 yards, and Mike settled in for the shot.
Through that shoulder. Oh, reload.
him by the tree.
Yep.
Go.
I did it.
Baby. After baby.
Yeah, baby. Give me some. Damn, that's a nice
Oh my God, dude. That happened so quick.
Put it on him.
Are you kidding me, dude?
That was awesome.
Oh my God. Brothers.
Yeah.
Dude, is that unreal or what? What a place.
That's a little poke out there, man. Tell me what this Texas experience has been like.
It's incredible. I've never hunted down here till this trip, and I've seen more deer and wildlife.
A good quality deer.
And unbelievable deer here at the G2 Ranch. Like, it's incredible. The outfit, the people, the guides, everybody that's in camp. It's just, I mean, it had nothing like it. Like, I walk around this place just smiling everywhere you go. You know? It's untouchable. It's a very special place. And my first rifle buck in 15 years. It's just unbelievable. I can't wrap my head around it right now. Fog was lifting. He was cutting across this field. Just all majestic, looking like Bambi's dad. Oh my God. I couldn't be more excited. Perfect mainframe 10, dark, mature.
Just a South Texas buck, huh?
Oh man, nothing cooler. Neck's all swole up.
Yeah. Good color. I mean, everything worked great.
Unbelievable.
Had a great time. Had a great cameraman at the same time.
That's right, dude.
I don't know about that. Maybe it'll work out.
I don't know about you guys, but it was a lot of fun this morning. I appreciate it.
I had a blast.
Ball with you all.
I appreciate it too, man.
You bet. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Sometimes hunting is less about the animals harvested and more about the time spent in camp with great friends. This week proved to be both for our crew and our guest. One thing is for sure, the next time we all share camp, we may not kill anything, but you can bet your last Texas dollar that we will always have a good time.
Man, I tell you, I'm one big happy fan. It really is, man. Especially for the specialist group you'll ever meet. It's got a point.
Even in a small town. Even in a small town.